Good morning, students. Today we will start the poem The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost. The theme of the poem is we may regret our choice or we may be excited about our choice, but the choice at the crucial moment will determine and change the path of our life. Hence, the poem stresses the need for deep and critical analysis of the situation before we arrive at a life transforming decision. So, now let's start the poem. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both. And be one traveller long I stood, and looked down as far as I could, to where it bent in undergrowth. In the first line, two roads diverged in a yellow wood. The poet, while traveling on foot in the jungle, reaches a junction where two roads diverge. The poet is left with the choice of which path to take. He realizes that both the roads are equally appealing and well traveled. And sorry I could not travel both. And be one traveller, long I stood. It means that the speaker wants to go down both roads at once. But since it is impossible to walk down two roads at once, he has to choose one. The speaker is sorry that he can't travel both the roads, and as it is impossible to travel both the roads, the speaker stands there for a long time trying to choose which path he is going to take. And I looked down one as far as I could to where it bent in the undergrowth. The speaker is thinking hard about his choice. He is staring down one road, trying to see where it goes. But he can only see up to the first bend, where the undergrowth, a mass of bushes and plants, block his view. Then took the other as just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear. Though, as for that the passing there had warned them really about the same. Here, then took the other as just as fair. The poet is saying that after seeing that one of the roads disappeared into the undergrowth, the poet decides to take the other road, as just as fair can have multiple meanings. Perhaps the poets want to say that the road is beautiful as well as for the poet wants to be fair and choose the correct option. Hence, selecting between two roads may portray the selection between two destinies. And having perhaps the better claim because it was grassy and wanted wear. Here, the poet then describes that maybe this road is better because it has fresh grass grows on it and was not used much. Though as for that the passing there had warned them really about the same. Here he say, but when he started traveling on it, he found that travelers have passed this road just as much as the other. We can observe how the poet quickly goes back to his statement. First, he says this road is untraveled, then as he walks, find it equally traveled. And both that morning equally lay in leaves, no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. Here, the poet is trying to say that both the roads were covered with leaves that morning, and perhaps that morning he was the first to travel on that road, as the leaves fallen on the road had turned black by the steps of travelers. However, it seems that he regrets his decision, slightly wondering if he will ever go to come back and take the other road. I shall be telling this with a sigh. Somewhere ages and edges hence, two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less travelled by, and that has made all the difference. In this para, the poet is telling that years from now, somewhere in the future, the poet feels that he will look back and then decide whether the choice he made was the correct one or not. This may be indicating that making a choice out of two objectives is responsible for our future, and that makes all the difference. The choice may bring us right or wrong. He'll be telling about his choice with a sigh. Sigh is refreshing, a deep breath, expressing happiness, relief, sadness, etc. So, students, I hope you have understood the poem. Be safe, be at your home. Thank you. Have a good day.